All right, join us now to talk about valuations, the conditions for IPOs, and more. Louis Van Ahn, founder and CEO of Duolingo, a two-time CNBC Disruptor, and the newest tech unicorn. As of today, Duolingo is valued at $1.5 billion, following a $30 million Series F funding round. Do you know this gentleman here? Have you guys met?
We just met.
Oh, you just met? How's that valuation? Would you have brought the IPO? Would you have been excited about this at the big board?
In the old days, this company would have been public, years ago.
What happened?
In this current environment, Louis is going to wait 10 years and go public when they're 40 billion, which has been a very bad trend over the last decade. So that's kind of my question for you right off the bat is, how do you think about an IPO, having seen so many failed IPOs of companies waiting too long over the last 12 months?
Yeah, it's a great question. I mean, we don't want to wait that long. I mean, our goal is probably to IPO in 2021. And also, the types of things that we're doing, we've learned our lesson, I think, by watching other companies. We really care about unit economics, not grow at all costs, that type of stuff.
You're ready to hit your numbers every 3 months?
That, hopefully.
You want to do that, though. You don't have that. You're ready.
I think we are.
It's worth the money to get the additional capital. You're always, don't you have to balance that out? Whether a lot of companies stay private and they do very well, right?
Yeah. I mean, for us,
what's the motivation?
A number of them. I think we really are trying to build a company for the long term, and we think a public company really does that. I think we're located in Pittsburgh, and I think this will be a pretty good thing for the city to have a publicly traded company, particularly a tech company. And so, yeah, these are some of the things that we're thinking.
And it's nice to have a public currency with which to do acquisitions. It gives you some more credibility.
Yeah. We've been looking at possibly acquiring some companies. We haven't quite done that yet, but this would really help.
What kind of companies? What have you been on the lookout for?
Just companies that would be complementary to what we're doing. I mean, we teach languages,
right.
There are interesting either other education companies or companies that teach different aspects of the language.
How do you make money? Our family used Duolingo. We went on a trip a year ago, and we used it, and we didn't pay any money. It was great. It benefited all of us, but we didn't actually pay you.
Yeah. So when we started, we launched about 7 years ago, and it's a very mission-driven company. I mean, the idea of the whole mission of the company is to offer free language education. For the first several years, we actually didn't make any money. We raised capital, venture capital, and our investors basically told what they were telling everybody: just grow, and we did that. We were lucky that we grew a lot. We became the most downloaded education app in worldwide in both Google and Android, Google and iPhones. But we weren't making any money. About 3 years ago, once we had gotten pretty big, so for example, the numbers were staggering. There were more people, and still are, more people learning a language on Duolingo in the United States than there are people learning a language in the whole U.S. public school system. And so when we had gotten big enough, we decided it was probably time to start monetizing. So about 3 years ago, we embarked on that. Now we were a little constrained because our mission is really to offer free language education. So what we didn't want to do was to charge for using the app, charge for content. So what we did is, the first thing is we put ads at the end of every lesson, and we had enough users that it actually made our run rate go to tens of millions of dollars. And then we added a subscription, a Duolingo Plus, and the main thing the subscription does is, or did at the time, was turn off the ads. So it's kind of similar to the Spotify model, where you can either have it with ads or subscribe. And then pretty quickly, the subscription took over as the larger revenue generator. And so our revenue has gone, or our bookings have gone from, in 2016, it was essentially zero. 2017, it was 13 million. 2018, it was 36 million. This year, we're going to end somewhere between 85 and 90, and we think we're going to double.
How many
next
languages
year.
Do you speak?
Do I personally speak? 3.5. Three very well, and then half French.
Are you High Valerian? I can learn High Valerian.
You can learn High Valerian. You can learn Esperanto. You can learn.
Wait a second. I can learn Klingon, or is that?
You can learn Klingon. Yeah.
In beta testing.
Do you need that?
Where would I? I'm not sure.